curly hair is from my dad's side, and until my mom became pregnant with me, she had pin straight hair. All of a sudden, it turned really curly. I just found out a man's genes can actually alter yours if you're pregnant with their child. To me, that translates to they can turn you ugly too.
So yes, family, this is so crazy and true. Your spouse can genetically modify your DNA. With that being said, we'll have a doctor talking about it next. So let's get into it.
Found out a man's genes can actually alter yours if you're pregnant with their child.
No, because this process is actually crazy. It's called microchimerism. Hi, my name is Daphne. I'm getting my master's in public health, and I just find the human body just so fascinating. So basically, when someone with female anatomy gets pregnant by their counterpart, there is a mother and fetal cell transfer that happens. Well, the fetus was made from two people. Therefore, she absorbs DNA from the other parent, which means that slowly over time, your hair patterns can change, or you can become autoimmune to certain things, or it can also strengthen certain genetic factors. All of it is crazy, and it can affect anybody. You can have a full pregnancy and have this happen, or you can abort and have this happen, and anything in between the two. So it can literally happen. All of it is crazy, and it can affect anybody. You can have a full pregnancy and have this happen, or you can abort and have this happen, and anything in between the two. So it can literally happen to anybody. So yes, be careful with who you sleep with, because they may alter your appearance.
Yes, ladies, this is real huge and crazy, so be very mindful of who you sleep with. But I might either make a playlist or a series about this, because this is huge. Why, ladies? Because yes, your boyfriend, your husband, yes, once you are impregnated by him, even if you have an abortion, once that seed is developed in you, the DNA binds, and literally it shows on the exterior. Absolutely. But you want to know what else is crazy? Y'all make sure y'all check out part 2, because in part 2, I'm going to talk about what happens on the interior. So yes, not only does, you see what I'm saying? Well, welcome back, family. Definitely check out the first video. But yes, a man's sperm can alter a woman's DNA. So y'all seen in part 1 how like a lot of people, you see what I'm saying, features can literally change. If not, just check out a couple of these comments. Y'all seen like a whole bunch of people are talking about how couples literally start to look like each other after a while. Absolutely. Now we're going to go to the next level. So now we talked about what happens on the exterior. Well, imagine what happens with a woman's mind. And this one we're going to talk about not only like her neural patterns, like she literally starts to think like this man, but we want to dive a step deeper. And then we're going to even talk about, you see what I'm saying, how her past partners, if she ever like miscarried any of these guys, you see what I'm saying, got pregnant by this guy, had an abortion, or even the event had a late period, because a late period, you see what I'm saying, can be the change to where the body's like, should I have it? I don't want to have it. And sometimes some women to be missing periods, to have like lighter periods, still end up pregnant. You see what I'm saying? But usually in that realm, that's usually when the body's like, should I keep it or should I reject it? You see what I'm saying? So even if she didn't get pregnant, but she had a late period because of that man, that her ex-boyfriends or her ex-boyfriend, or even a guy she slept with that caused that, his sperm can literally alter the next man's kids. So yes, you see it. Did you know a woman's previous sex partners can impact her offspring? Yes, this is huge. And not only that, but it dates back to ancient Greece, where they already had the theory. Now it has come to fruition. So this is nothing new. A lot of humans know, even people that even talk about the Bible, already seen this and already foreseen this. But let's dive a little deeper. So yes, the moment y'all been waiting for, you see what I'm saying? How does this show up in your woman? Right here, look. Ladies, how does it show up in your body? According to researchers, the effect is because molecules in the seminal fluid of the first male mate are absorbed by the immature eggs. So yeah, straight up. So like her first ex, you see what I'm saying, the guy that this ever happened to, you see what I'm saying, that she actually ingested his seed, literally gets absorbed into the next generation. So fellas, if you're thinking about having kids with and stuff like that, you see them, if it matters to you, it matters.
Wow. Oh shit. Hey man, before I finish this video, I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, those who rule well and who I learned this truth from. And salutations to you, brother, stiffly pushing this one truth in all sincerity and diligence, risking both your lives and freedoms to do so. All right, shalom to the rest of the elect. This is your brother Hagabar. All right, and this shit is crazy, man. All right, this is literally when they was going out talking about how a woman's past partners, they DNA from that man stays with them. This is your proof. Okay? This is crazy, man. The fact that a man's sperm, okay, a man's DNA, when he, ejaculates in a woman, and whether or not she aborts the baby, becomes impregnated, has a late period, whatever, it literally begins to alter that woman's DNA, man. You see, on a external and an internal level. Right? And what just stood out to me just now is he said what? The first male mate that first male mate that ejaculated into that woman, okay, his sperm was absorbed by her immature eggs, man. See? And this is the fucking reason why we tell you women, look, y'all are not to be liberated, man, in a sexual sense. All right, in a promiscuous sense, because you literally take on the characteristics of those different men you've been with, literally, okay, on a physical and on a mental level, which is he's going into in this particular video here. All right, but this is crazy, man, because they try to debunk it and say that that's not the case. You don't absorb the pretty much the spirit, the DNA of the previous men you've been with, but obviously you do. And you just seen in a previous video that lady that was a doctor, okay? She just went into that, man. Okay? But this is crazy, man. This is the reason why a lot of you females have baggage, because you're literally carrying over some DNA, okay? So the mental, the way of thinking of that man or whatever from your previous partners, man. This is the fucking imperative reason why you are not to be laying around. Okay? I mean, this is crazy, man. Okay? The fact that you when you have a man that, ejaculates in a woman, and then that woman, again, she if she becomes impregnated, right? Even if she aborts, because we know we live in this fucking world where these females making rap songs about abortions and shit. Okay, how many abortions do you think these average females have had, man? Like, so you can only imagine how many different spirits, how much different men's DNA is reshaping this creature, right? This is why a lot of these women are so masculine, man. And I've always said this shit, because if they sleeping around with all these different men, they are taking on aspects of them men. Okay, so much so to the point, again, to where scriptures go into the first man you've been with is your husband. That's really supposed to be your husband for life. Okay, unless that man dies, okay, then you become a widow. That's really the only time you can, get another male, or unless, by the means of divorce. Okay, if a man initiates divorce or for whatever reason, that's really it, man. But for the most part, hey, this hookup culture where you got a lot of promiscuous females out here sleeping around with other men. Well, look, man, they're literally becoming them men. That's why these bitches are so fucking masculine, man. That's why they can't pair bond. Okay, that makes sense more. Okay, the reason why they can't pair bond with you is because they got the DNA and the spirit of all those different men they was with. Okay, I mean, really just sit and imagine how many females get abortions, how many bitches get pregnant, by these different men. Okay, he mentioned the late periods, right? All these different things, man. In the last clip, the lady was like, yeah, whether you get pregnant or whether you get an abortion and everything in between. See, this is crazy, man. This is the fucking reason why you sitting there trying to debate and argue. Oh, well, if a man can sleep around, I can do it too. Nah, man, we ain't the same. This is showing you we're literally not the fucking same. A man's chromosome, okay, a man is the one who gives the X and Y chromosome to determine what that child is going to be. And not only that, he obviously has the power within his sperm to change you, to change your physical and your mental makeup, man. You see, that's crazy. All right. Let's rewind it back. I'm gonna play this video.
Yes, this is huge. And not only that, but it dates back to ancient Greece where they already had the theory. Now it has come to fruition. So this is nothing new. A lot of humans know, even people that even talk about the Bible already seen this and already foreseen this. But let's dive a little deeper. So yes, the moment y'all been waiting for it. You see what I'm saying? How does it show up in your woman? Right here, look. Ladies, how does it show up in your body? According to researchers, the effect is because molecules in the seminal fluid of the first male mate are absorbed by the immature eggs. So yeah, straight up. So like her first ex, you see what I'm saying? Or the guy that this ever happened to, you see what I'm saying? That she actually ingested his seed, literally gets absorbed into the next generation. So fellas, if you're thinking about having kids when and stuff like that, you see them. If it,
Wow, this really make you. Hey, man, this is the reason why we know. Look, hey, all these females are polluted, man. Really, this is why you women be wondering, oh, well, why do you want a virgin if you're not a virgin and blah blah blah, bitch? Because that first man you lay with, all right, who ejaculated in your ass, hey, you supposed to be his. All right, and this is why you can't pair bond with no men in the future. Now we know this is Babylon, and you know these things are corrupt. So we, you know, it's not, you know, we're not gonna find no pure women out there. Now, you know, there are still some, but for the most part, hey, brothers still had a deal, you know. But at the end of the day, man, this is polluted land, man. It's like if you because that's pretty much how it is. You know, the man has the seed, and the woman represents the land. Okay, well, the first man that you know, put his seed in that woman, that was pretty much his land, right? And you know, every man that tried to plant seeds in that same ground after that, well, he was just planting seeds in polluted land, man. Polluted fucking land. And that first man that did that shit, you know, the characteristics of his trees that start growing up or whatever, you know, pretty much remained in that woman. You know, and a matter of fact, if you think about it like that, you know, if you got you know, like a plot of land, and then you plant, you know, particular seeds in that land, well, that you know, a remnant of that is going to remain there, man. You know, them trees are going to grow, produce that fruit. You know, even if you cut the trees down and put some more, you know, different types of seeds in there, hey, that original, you know, those original seeds, it's still a remnant of that there, man. Okay, this is the fucking the exact reason why you females are supposed to go from your husband to your father, man. Okay, this is not, and this is on a biological level, it affects you. On a mental level, it affects you. Okay, on a what's the word I'm looking for? Anatomical level. I believe that's the word. See, it's crazy, man.
matters to you, it matters to you. You see what I'm saying? But ladies, that's why it's important that you see what I'm saying, to pay attention who you're sleeping with. This is huge. Literally, your immature eggs are getting absorbed by these men.
Wow.
Now, fellas, understand that. You see them, the whole body count thing and all that. That's not really a concern. You see what I'm saying? It's mainly in the guys that either almost impregnated her or did impregnate her. You see what I'm saying? Or to the point to where she was pregnant, she just aborted it. You see what I'm saying? So anything within that sense. But don't get it twisted, because just by her ingesting and consuming the seminal fluid, yeah, it won't affect the offspring, but it definitely does affect her neural function. This is huge. But even before,
So even if she don't get pregnant, all right, even if she don't get pregnant or don't have to get an abortion, you know, which I believe that go into that whole birth control, man. You know, because on birth control, you know what I'm saying, niggas be, all right, well, shit, I can just nut in her because, you know, that birth control supposed to have like a 90 whatever percent rate. Well, hey man, that shit ain't soundproof either. All right, because your seminal fluid still is getting in her. All right, even whether, you know, however the period work, however it work, I don't understand how it worked fully on that, you know, on that level, but man.
before we get about talk about like how she's thinking, I might even put that in part 3. Let's just talk about it. So when the sperm enters a woman, it swims until it hits the wall, and then it seeps into her flesh. If it's in her mouth or your mouth, you see what I'm saying? It can get into the nasal cavities, or the aka the nasal areas behind the eyes, which is directly linked to the bloodstream. You see what I'm saying? Why you think her perception is just like her ex, or you start to see like your woman, you know what I mean, start to think like you, or like look at things how you look at things. It's literally in the eyes. Like literally, like your man is in your eyes, lady. Like you can see how he sees. Like this is crazy. It's like Superwoman type, but for real. And
Right. And matter of fact, I remember watching this video. It said sex supposed to stand for what was that shit said? Sacred energy exchange, or there's some along them lines, man. But this is your proof, man, that look, you females literally take on the man that fucking ejaculates inside of you. Okay. I mean, shit, and it really make you think as a man, like you really understand why a lot of these females are the way they are, man. You see, you got bitches out there rapping about, you know what I'm saying, just being with all types of different niggas and being a hoes and thoughts. You see why the fuck these bitches can't connect with nobody, man. You see?
then come on, let's see where it leads to. And also, even in the ears, so she's even hearing like this, man. Y'all are family. Like a lot of people think like genetics and DNA is just one thing. No, y'all are literal family. Yeah.
Hey, what man supposed to leave his parents, and him and his wife will become one. You know, you join unto your wife and y'all essentially become one, because this is the biological aspect of it, is that she literally begins to take on that man. Right, being pretty much begins to be remade in his image. The kid come out in what? His image. You know, now we know that it's DNA is or not DNA, but the offspring is has genetics of both parents. But again, a man determines what that child is going to be, whether it's going to be a male or female. Okay.
Y'all can have kids, absolutely, and make y'all technical family, but no, y'all are literally binded. The DNA binds family. I want y'all to understand how big this is, how big relationships are, and that's why when y'all see all my other videos where I go so hard for relationships. So yes, literally, and also collects in what? The bloodstream. You see what I'm saying? And also the brain. And don't forget, you see what I'm saying? It sits in that cerebral spinal fluid, because cerebral spinal fluid is in semen, but also it sits in a woman's cerebral spinal fluid. You see what I'm saying? What does it say? It says, then it enters the bloodstream and collects in the brain and spine. Where in the spine? The cerebral spinal fluid. You see what I'm saying? I don't have enough time to kind of like put all these things up here. So I'm going to just drop one more and we're just going to go right to part 3. So to a lot of guys, like, man, like, what if I have kids? Like, you see what I'm saying? I don't know about this right now. Like, this is crazy. So look, it says, now do not be confused with your father's DNA. Your DNA is unique because he and your mother combined made you. You see what I'm saying? So they still obviously had all the dominant traits from your genes, her genes, and you see what I'm saying, in his genes. Absolutely. But also, at first, researchers thought that the male DNA found in a female brain came from carrying a male, you see what I'm saying, while pregnant. Absolutely. As y'all can see, that is possible, but it's so deep. It's even reasons how like your lineage is connected. So straight up, like, ladies, if you have a bigger brother, stuff like that, then their DNA can also be inside of you. Like this is huge, literally.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's crazy, man. All right, matter of fact, let's fucking grab that. Ephesians 5:31, it says, for this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh. So that gives a whole new meaning to that, man. You know, not a new meaning, but that's literal, man. Like that's that's very on a biological level. It's crazy, man. You know, the woman begins to take on the characteristics of that man. Okay. You know, externally and internally, man. Which, hey, I might do another go into this again, man, because this is actually crazy that, you know, this information is pretty much the proof of it going out. Okay, when people speak about high body counts and not being able to pair bond, well, this is the reason why. You see, this is the reason why promiscuity, all right, is not accepted from a female. Okay, this is why it's so detrimental, man. Okay, because it alters you. Okay, but that's pretty much the point. All right, that's pretty much the point, man. I'm gonna close out to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, Bashir Kakadash, DTA Wa Baba Ball, Shalom.